Hi everybody, and another day in lockdown and another day cooped up in our homes. How are you coping? How are you relating to those around you? Are you still on speaking terms? Are you connecting to your loved ones? Are you losing your mind? It's been about a week and it's going to get more intense the longer we stay in this position. So today I want to talk to you about relationships and specifically some of the ego-based relationship states that we operate from. So all of these ways that we handle relationships invariably stem from childhood, what was modeled for us by our parents or caregivers, and by what we learnt as children in terms of how to get what we want. You know, I was a world-class sulker as a child. If I didn't get what I wanted, if I didn't get my way, I would slink off into some corner, always visible. People had to see that I was sulking, and I'd kind of keep to myself until my mom would eventually give in and give me what I wanted. My dad didn't fall for that one, but my mom did. And I've actually brought that into my adulthood. I've been known to withdraw and to sulk. Sometimes I'm not even aware that I'm doing it until I do become aware. And I recognize it's a manipulation for me to get what I want. But that's how unconscious these things are. So hopefully today's video will make you aware of some of the stuff that you do and why you actually do it. So the first kind of state that we operate in is that many of us want something. We need something. We have an expectation from our partners, our kids, the people around us. This even goes into the professional sphere. So this wanting, this needing, these expectations, when we operate from them, it is almost like a contract, okay? If you give me what I want, I'll give you what you want. And it is a very superficial way of being in a relationship. And a lot of relationships are that, contractual, you know, just an exchange of favors. And what happens when our wanting is thwarted? What happens when our neediness is not answered? What happens when our expectations are not fulfilled? We have a breakdown. And as a result of that, we slide into usually resentment, anger, frustration, irritation, complaining, blaming the other person. And this leads to further breakdown in the relationship. We either withdraw, we lash out, we are triggered ultimately. Now notice, is this how you end up operating when you don't get what you want? And for many people, we have our defaults. You know, for me, if I don't get what I want, I withdraw. I become quiet. I become sullen. And I hold back. And again, it's something that almost happens automatic if I am not aware, if I am not present. If I am present enough to notice that I've been triggered, I can do something about it. Okay? And what also ultimately happens is after years and years of unfulfilled expectations, we go into indifference. We literally shut ourselves off. We feign indifference. We still hope silently that the person we're with or our families will start to give us what it is that we want. We stop asking, possibly, and we simply go into a space of indifference or feigned indifference. Now, all of these ways of being in a relationship are not conducive to the relationship, are not conducive to getting anywhere really, and ultimately you not getting what it is that you want. So, what's the alternative here? And I've kind of already started to allude to it. When you are fully present in these moments, you are more likely not to be triggered by not getting what you want. Okay, you are more likely to notice what is happening. So that's where the alternative starts, is learning how to be present, which creates space in the dynamic between you and your partner or whoever. And in that space, you begin to practice, and it takes intention, it takes awareness. You begin to practice non-resistance, where you're not pushing anymore. All right? Yes, so she asked you to take out the garbage, you didn't take out the garbage, she's off and upset with you, and that could be a trigger for you to become upset with her. But if you create the space for yourself through presence, you stop resisting what is. And in non-resistance, you can go into non-judgment, and then also non-attachment, where you see this for what it is. It is just another human drama playing out, and you can be different in this. You can choose to be different in this. So by being present, by practicing full presence in the moment, you create space between your thoughts. You can be deliberate, you can be intentional with what it is that you want. And in this way, you are less likely to be reactive. And when you become less reactive, the person you're interacting with, your partner, will become less reactive too. You start to feed off each other in that way. So with this heightened sense of awareness around, this is my defaults, this is what I usually do, okay? And just by the way, you're going to get caught unawares. You're going to be triggered, all right? It happens to all of us. But the more you practice this, being present in the moment, the more you practice non-resistance, non-judgment, and non-attachment, the more you create space. Okay, the less likely you are to get triggered, and then you can choose your way deliberately forward. Great. I want to invite you again to comment, to give feedback, and also go to our website, the SOAR Institute, www.soarinstitute.co.za. There's a free assessment on the landing page. It's a type of a personality assessment. It's called an attributes index. Go and do one for yourself, and the results of that will give you a lot of insight into yourself. And yeah, sign up on our YouTube channel, and also sign up on the website for our newsletters. Thank you again for watching. Keep safe, and I'll check in with you again tomorrow. Have a good one.